He could not sleep. Not for one night. Not for many nights. The darkness was not a friend that brought rest, but an enemy that brought a long, silent struggle. He had 10 years of little to no sleep. The nights were an endless stretch of time, filled with the ticking of the clock and the racing of his own mind. His days were hard, lived through a thick fog that never seemed to lift. The exhaustion was more than just physical. It was a deep ache in his soul. He watched the world move on while he felt stuck, trapped in a cycle of wakefulness that drained the color from his life. The cost of this sleeplessness was immense. It was not just about feeling tired. It was about losing himself piece by piece. His work suffered greatly. He would sit at his desk, staring at the screen, unable to string thoughts together. Simple tasks became monumental challenges. He forgot important meetings. He missed deadlines. He felt his once sharp mind grow dull and slow. His relationships frayed. He became irritable and short-tempered, pushing away the very people who tried to help. His friends and family watched, helpless, as the man they knew slowly disappeared, replaced by a ghost haunted by the night. He felt a profound sense of isolation. While others shared stories of their dreams, he could only speak of the long, empty hours he had endured. He worried constantly about his health, reading terrifying articles about the long-term effects of sleep deprivation on the heart, the brain, the immune system. In the early years of his struggle, he embarked on a desperate search for a cure. He believed there had to be a switch, a single solution that would restore his ability to sleep. He went to doctor after doctor, each visit a new flicker of hope that was quickly extinguished. They ran tests, asked questions, and offered sympathetic nods. He was prescribed a variety of sleeping pills, each one promising a night of blissful unconsciousness. The first few times, some of them worked. He would drift into a heavy, artificial slumber, only to wake up feeling groggy and disconnected, as if the sleep was not truly his own. Soon, even the pills stopped working. His body grew accustomed to them, and the magic faded. He would take a pill and lie in bed, waiting for the promised relief, but his mind would continue to churn. The failed attempts were a heavy burden. He tried changing his diet, cutting out sugar, gluten, and anything else rumored to disrupt sleep. He bought special beds, weighted blankets, and expensive pillows, each purchase a small investment in a hope that never paid off. He explored alternative therapies, acupuncture, herbal remedies. But the nights remained stubbornly long and sleepless. Each failure chipped away at his spirit, making him feel more and more trapped. His life became a series of failed experiments. He felt like a scientist in a lab of one, but the subject, his own body, refused to cooperate. He read countless books and articles on sleep hygiene. No caffeine after noon, no heavy meals before bed, a warm bath. After a decade of dead ends and false promises, something shifted. It was not a dramatic, movie-like moment of revelation. It was a quiet morning. After another night spent staring at the ceiling, a sense of profound weariness settled over him. He was tired of the fight. He was tired of searching for a miracle. He looked at himself in the mirror and saw the deep, dark circles under his eyes. He saw the hollowness in his cheeks. He saw the exhaustion etched into every line on his face. In that moment of quiet despair, he made a choice. He would stop looking for a cure. He would start building a change. He decided to abandon the quest for a single, magical solution. Instead, he would focus on small, manageable habits. The very first habit he chose was arguably the most important and the most difficult: setting a rigid sleep schedule. He decided on a time to go to bed and a time to wake up, and he committed to it absolutely. He chose 10 p.m. for bedtime, 6 a.m. for wake-up time. This was not just for weekdays. This was for every single day, including weekends, holidays, vacations. There would be no more sleeping in on Saturdays to catch up, as he now understood that this only confused his internal body clock, or circadian rhythm, even further. This consistency was the bedrock of his new plan. The first couple of weeks were incredibly hard. On the first night, he went to bed at 10 p.m. as planned, but he lay awake for hours, his mind still racing. When the alarm went off at 6 a.m., he felt like he had barely slept a wink. The second habit he adopted was creating a strict buffer zone between his screen time and his sleep time. He made a new rule for himself. All electronic screens, his phone, his laptop, his television had to be turned off at least 1 hour before his scheduled bedtime of 10 p.m. This was a significant change. The phone was his companion during the long, sleepless nights, a portal to the outside world when he felt most alone. At 9 p.m. every evening, he would plug his phone in to charge on a small table in the living room, then walk away toward the bedroom. Instead of staring at a bright screen, he filled that final hour with quiet, analog activities. Turning paper pages under the soft glow of a bedside lamp felt profoundly calming compared to the harsh, blue light of a screen. The blue light emitted by electronic screens is particularly disruptive to sleep. It tricks the brain into thinking it is still daytime, suppressing melatonin production. By cutting out that light exposure in the hour before bed, he allowed his brain's melatonin to proceed uninhibited. Over time, this digital detox became a cherished part of his evening. That final hour transformed from anxious scrolling into a peaceful winding down ritual. His third major change was to completely transform his bedroom environment. For years, his bedroom had been a place of anxiety and frustration, a battleground where he fought and lost against insomnia. He had worked in bed, he had eaten in bed, he spent countless hours worrying in bed. His brain associated the bedroom with wakeful alertness. He decided to break that and retrain his mind to see the bedroom as a place only for rest. He turned his room into a sanctuary for sleep. They blocked streetlights and early morning sun. To stop sudden noises from jolting him awake, he used a small fan for a steady, low hum of white noise. He also kept the room cool to help initiate sleep. Next, he set a strict rule. The bed is for sleep and intimacy only. If he lay awake for more than 20 minutes, he would get up, go to another room, and read under dim light until sleepy. Then he would return to bed. These changes sent a consistent message to his brain. The cool temperature, the profound darkness, the gentle white noise, the rule that the bed is only for sleeping. The change did not happen overnight. It was a slow, gradual dawn after a very long night. He continued to have bad nights, especially in the first few months. But this time was different. He did not quit. He clung to his new habits with quiet determination. After 2 months, he noticed he was sleeping through the night more often than not. After 4 months, the fog in his brain began to lift. He found himself smiling more. For the first time in a decade, he felt a genuine sense of hope. He learned that these small, simple habits, practiced with consistency, had the power to reshape not just his nights, but his entire life. If you are struggling, remember his simple path. Start with one small change. Pick a consistent wake-up time and stick to it, no matter what.